Out on a lonely road in the Texas desert, where nothing seems to move but the heat, stands a simple open shelter that holds one of the most astonishing stories on the continent. For here the rocks remember an ocean, and giants, and the largest creature that ever flew. In a single quiet stop beside the highway, you can walk through 130 million years of life and death. Welcome to the Fossil Discovery exhibit in Big Bend National Park. We are in far west Texas, in the vast and remote wilderness of Big Bend National Park, where the Rio Grande swings in a great curve along the Mexican border. This is the Chihuahuan Desert, a country of jagged mountains, dry washes, and enormous skies. And a few miles inside the north entrance, on the road toward the Chizos Mountains, sits the open-air exhibit where the ground itself tells its long story. The exhibit is not a building, but a series of shaded pavilions rising straight from the desert floor. There are no walls, no doors, only shelter from the sun and the wind, and displays you can walk among with the real landscape all around you. Life-size sculptures, bronze skulls and panels stand under the open sky, so that the ancient world and the living desert meet in the very same view. And what a story these rocks hold. Big Bend preserves one of the richest and most complete fossil records anywhere in North America, a nearly unbroken chapter of life stretching across some 130 million years. Few places on Earth let you read so much time in one spot. Layer upon layer, the desert keeps a diary of vanished worlds, from warm seas to steaming swamps to the deserts of today. Begin at the beginning. For much of the age of dinosaurs, this parched land lay beneath a warm inland sea, a great arm of ocean that split North America down the middle and drowned what is now Texas. Sunlight filtered through shallow blue water. Coiled ammonites drifted like living shells. Giant sea turtles paddled the shallows, and the bones of that lost ocean are still locked in the stone beneath the desert. It was no gentle sea. Through that water cruised the mosasaurs, enormous marine reptiles with jaws like traps, the top hunters of their age. Beside them swam huge predatory fish longer than a person, and other reptiles built for a life of pursuit. For tens of millions of years, this was open water, ruled by creatures that would look at home in our darkest dreams. Then slowly, the sea began to withdraw. As the land rose and the ocean drained away, the sea gave way to a low green world of coasts and rivers. Muddy shorelines, winding channels, and steaming swamps spread where the waves had been. Forests crowded the water's edge, and the warm, wet lowlands filled with new life. The stage was set, and out of these swamps walked some of the mightiest animals ever to shake the ground. Among them was a Lamosaurus, a long-necked titan and one of the largest dinosaurs ever found in North America. Stretching perhaps 100 feet from nose to tail, it moved through the coastal forests in slow, earth-shaking herds, cropping the treetops. Around these giants prowled fierce meat-eaters and armored plant-eaters. Big Bend, once an ocean floor, had become a kingdom of dinosaurs. But the most incredible creature of all did not walk or swim. It flew. In 1971, in the rocks of Big Bend, a young geologist uncovered the bones of Quetzalcoatlus, a pterosaur that remains the largest flying animal ever known to have lived. With a wingspan near 35 feet, as wide as a small airplane, it stood as tall as a giraffe on the ground and launched into the sky on leathery wings. Nothing so vast has taken flight before or since. Then came the end. The great extinction that closed the age of dinosaurs left the world empty, and Big Bend records that turning point in its layers. In the quiet that followed, small furry survivors crept out to inherit the ruined land. The first waves of early mammals spread through the recovering forests, and the fossils here trace their slow rise, the distant dawn of the age that would one day lead to us. The story was not finished. Long after the dinosaurs were gone, the earth here awoke in fire. Volcanoes erupted across the region, lava poured out, and ash buried the land, forging the rugged mountains that crown Big Bend today. The dark peaks of the Chizos, rising blue in the distance, are the cooled roots of that violent chapter, when the desert's very bones were cast in flame. And this is why the fossils come to light. In the dry Chihuahuan desert, there are few plants to hide the ground, and every rare rain carves a little deeper into the ancient layers. Wind and water strip the rock grain by grain, and with each passing year, the desert quietly hands up another bone, another shell, another lost world, freshly exposed to the Texas sun. To stand here is to stand inside deep time. Beneath one open sky lie an ocean, a swamp, a land of giants, a rain of ash, and the first small mammals, stacked one upon another in silent stone. Whole worlds were born and lost right where you are standing, and the desert holds them all. Few places make the sheer depth of time feel so close or so humbling. An ancient sea, monsters of the deep, the largest dinosaurs and the largest creature ever to fly, all remembered in the rocks of one quiet stop in the Texas desert. Thank you for watching. Follow for more interesting people, places, and things we cover on the channel.